Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are around the world, LFC fans. Pre-season tour is well underway. Second game out of the way. Good win against Wrexham. But it's never LFC without some sort of things going on. We know our main chief executive is leaving, etc., etc. But what's going on? Infighting with amongst the players? Curtis Jones, Simicast, armband, captain issues? Young boys at the back? Where's our experienced players? What's going on there? What is going on, LFC? Never a dull moment. Speak to you a bit more after this. Good win against Wrexham. Look, Wrexham are a difficult team. Been progressing through the leagues every season. Every season, really well managed, really great team behind the scenes with American actors that are sort of funding the club. And I was concerned because, we got a lot of experienced players out and inexperienced players in. However, it is so pleasing. Another game under Riola. And although the pace of this game is a little bit different, a little bit more slower, but again, you can see what the coach is trying to do. And it is so pleasing. Ndukwe, second game. Ndei played. Chambers played. Centre-backs who stepped in and looked different class. Really did. And I want to slow it, keep it down, keep humble. I don't want to talk too quickly because Ndukwe looks like a very good player. Now I'm going to say something silly. Look, I look at him and he looks like a young Virgil. Composed. Positional awareness. Passing ability. I think he did contribute the most passes and he did the game last game. Really excellent. Physicality, unbelievable. He must be 6'7" or something like that. Look, it's such a pity. I think there's something going on in terms of the visa situation. So he'll have to go out on loan, get the credits in to be able to come back. But I can't see the club not bringing him back in. Pre-season, guys and girls, it's about players really showing that they fit in, that there's a place for them in the club. And I look to players who really show that energy. And Ndukwe has shown it. Calm, composed, elegant. Again, positional awareness. Breaking through the lines of the passing. Doesn't lose possession. Knows to be in the right place. Come on. Good. And he had Chambers with him. Played really well. Ndai came in and Guy wins all the headers. And again, a monster at the back. Seriously. I mean, God. I know they're not ready yet. But if we've got this strength and depth with these guys, it does make the positions that we're in right now with centre-backs so much easier. Look, there is rumours about Tomori. So, would I mind a Tomori coming in? No problem at all. I would like to see that. Gomez is injured. Look, let's be honest. I kind of feel like once Gomez gets fit, if he can get sold before the season, transfer window closes, he's got to go. Love Gomez and all that, just injury prone. And we need someone to fill in. Leone's going to be back. Let's see how he looks like when he gets his first game. We know Xhake's not going to be back until this last game of the pre-season. Then we've got Virgil coming. But listen, when you've got to take some weight off Virgil this season, cannot be killing this guy. Really need to take some weight off Virgil. And having someone like Ndukwe there, progressing underneath Leone's and Xhake's, we are in a good position, especially for those cup competitions that we can blood the youngers in. Ndai, like I said, blood him in. Chambers probably got on loan, but let's see what the club has in store. Simicast out left. I have my views on Simicast. Guys, I don't know what's going on because what oddness goes on, Liverpool? We win a game, but all the talking points about this Jones thing. So Jones, Szoboszlai argument, Captain Armbad, see you over there, mate. What's going on? Szoboszlai comes off after 7 minutes and 70 minutes and it's all kicking off with Jones. Look, gonna say this and let's be totally frank. I like Jones and I've seen him progressing from a youth player. And Klopp once said about he's very arrogant. Listen, players should be arrogant. At that level, you're going to be arrogant. But you got to back it up. At times too greedy, times hold possession too long. And we feel he's worked through that. But I look at him now and I'm like, where's your place? I don't know where you fit in as a player. You're not a number 6. You didn't look like a number 6 in the game. You're not a marauding midfielder. I don't see where he fits. And he's not a winger. Inter Milan today have come in with a 30 million bid now after all these things kicked off. I know the club wants 35 million. I can't see it lasting long. I think he's gone. I think Jones is gone. I think the coach will probably be happy to sell him, especially when we look at the fact that Trey Nyoni, second game, excellent. Second game, excellent Trey Nyoni. Fantastic. Rolls Royce of a midfielder. Knows where to be. Coach was glowing about him. And that's another thing that's obviously going to upset Jonesy. The coach was glowing about Nyoni. Really glowing about him, his positional play, etc., etc. He's got to stay. I can't see him going out alone. And he'll be knocking on the door for first team start. Because I'm looking on the pitch and I can't believe this. I'm looking, where's Nyoni? You know why? His physique has changed. He has bulked up. This boy that was 16, getting a hug from the coach, Klopp, on his first game, looking very shy and nervous. He's a man. He's bigged up and he looks it. Well done. He knew what he needed to do. He needed to bulk up physically. And he's put the work in. You can see that. But also his positional play, fantastic. Rolls Royce of a defender. Midfielder. Rolls Royce of a midfielder. And I'm sorry, I can't see where Jones come in because I see Nyoni pushing Grav, pushing Maka. Maka could be going. You know, depends what's going to happen. But he could be going because Nyoni deserves starts. Obviously, look, will his body last the whole through the Prem season? Probably not. So, you know, we're looking at sharing the minutes here. But I think when you look at it, I can't see Jones staying. And it will mean potentially we don't have a Scouser in the team, which is probably not one you'd want to have, but it is the current reality. It is. Ingamo played on the right. Nice to see that. Coach changed up a little bit. He wants to see how Rio is on the right, especially if Barcola potentially is coming through. And to be honest with you, the pitch was horrible. Let's be honest. The pitch was poor. It's a baseball pitch. Bobbling everything. Rio didn't look great. But then also what happened is that they spent a lot of time putting 3 men against him. If teams do that with Rio, when we've got Ekitike back and Szoboszlai around and a Wirtz around and an Isak around, we're going to create chances. You can't man-on-man free 2 players on this guy, you know, and create space out there for what are dangerous players. So look, take from it what we can. It wasn't his great game. He accepted that. The coach wanted to try something new to him on the right-hand side. We saw that. We know what he can do. And guess what he did? He created and scored the goal. Although it was a bobble and a deflection, he scored the goal. So I'll take that. Ray looks good. I'll accept that. It's good to see Scallon as well on the pitch. Good to see Morrison's on the pitch. It's good to see Wright coming later on. It's good to see Kumaz working hard. That boy, again, someone who's trying to show for the coach. My only concern for him is that I can see his work rate. I can see his energy. I can see his work ethic. He wants to impress. I just see it a potentially loan deal again for him or potentially sold just because of who we have. But you never know. I don't know what the coach wants because, you know, it depends what the coach wants. It was nicely Szoboszlai running through midfield at times. Sometimes his passing or his touch was a bit poor. However, you know, a couple of great runs through midfield. Just the end product wasn't there. But it was nice to see the players out there It was nice to see the coaches pressing again, showing what he wants from the guys. And when we then get the Wirtzes and the Isaacs in, and the Grabs in, and the McAllister's in, and the Virgil's in, who are all training now, you will start to see that take effect. But again, it was so pleasing to see these young lads, so pleasing to see Ndukwe, so pleasing to see Ndai, so pleasing to see Chambers really playing well. I thought Tsimikas had a decent game as well. That was nice to see Tsimikas in there. And I don't want to McConnell. Only thing about McConnell, I like him, just lack of pace. But look, he's been playing in the championship. He's physically ready. Again, I can see it potentially a loan deal for him. But it'll be interesting what we're going to do. Is Tomori going to come into the club? That'll be interesting to see. We've got Muniz is still coming when he's fit and ready. There is signings we need. I think we need a centre-back, as mentioned. I feel we need another left-back. I can't see Tsimikas being there, but it depends what the clubs want to do. Definitely, obviously, need right-backs with Bradley's situation, etc. And Frimpong, I just can't be impressed at the moment with Frimpong, which is a pity. Again, I don't see where he fits. I don't see where he fits, which is a pity. It really is. And obviously, do we need to destroy number 6 in midfield? And another striker with Katika out for a bit. Interesting issues, puzzles for the coach to sort. But it was nice to see another good win. Nice to see the guys getting fit. Nice to see the coach talking. Again, very happy about the guys and very happy about the young boys, which is really good. He likes Ndukwe. He likes Leone. He likes Ndai. Really good. And Chambers played really well, as I mentioned again. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you felt was man of the match. Let me know how you felt the young boys played. What would you do? Who would you sign? Who would you get to join LFC? Because obviously not long before the season starts and we really need to kick on. August will be a funny one, as I feel like with this August, a lot of teams aren't going to be ready yet because there'll be ins and outs going on, players potentially still to leave the club who may start the season, etc., etc. Please click on notifications, like and subscribe, and share with your friends. I'm trying to grow my channel, so anything LFC, anything football, I love it. Oh, I'm talking about that. What do you think about FIFA? What the hell is going on? What is going on? The Trump effect seems to spread. The corruption Trump effect has spread everywhere. I'm sorry, I don't get it. I feel it's a bad deal for football to even think about giving a stake of the World Cup to independent businesses, whatever. I'm sorry, no. This is a Trump thing and Trump's fingerprints all over it. Infantino, I'm sorry, guy. Yeah, you kind of, I don't know what's going on with you. It feels corrupt, and I'm so glad to see UEFA taking a stand and saying, no, 55 of our affiliates are not going to support this or contribute or play in the tournament if this goes ahead. And it's really nice that the solidarity and leadership coming through. But, FIFA, what is going on? You cannot sell this beautiful game. Sorry, no way. You've done enough. You've done enough with your mid-game water breaks to go and do American TV advertising and all that nonsense. Sorry. Yeah. Humble. Stop. The game is ours. It's not yours. You are custodian. Remain that way, Infantino. We do not want you to sell our game because when you start like this, it's going to get more and more and more and it's going to become so commercialized, so business orientated. You're going to lose the fans. Prices will go up, etc., etc. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm sorry. Don't know what the guy's on. Speak to you after this.